This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
Others would call it the day before.
The penultimate episode.
Doomsday.
I was waiting for some good analogies in there.
The penultimate is what you call it.
Sunset
Junior.
What's the penultimate?
Penultimate means the second to last. The ultimate is the last. Penultimate is the second to last.
I like Doomsday.
Yeah, nobody knows what penultimate means.
You're
Sounds
a
like
penultimate.
you're in a cult.
Well, you're a penultimate.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
I wonder why we're going off the air. All right, let's deliver some Lady Gaga news, shall we? Lady Gaga made a dramatic entrance on the red carpet with her fiancé, Michael Polanksky, at the Joker 2 premiere in Venice. No relation?
No relation.
All right. Gaga wore a Dior haute couture dress with this headpiece and huge
I bet you love it.
diamond around her neck. Look at that.
Jeez.
Wow,
Oh
that
my
is
God.
dramatic, huh? And Michael, he wore a classic black suit, black tie. I like it. Let your girl shine. Gaga is also on the cover of Vogue, where she confirmed that she and Michael got engaged in April after a day of rock climbing. I'm trying to take a peek up there myself. She said they met at a party in 2019, but really got to know each other on a deeper level during the pandemic the following year, because as you all remember, we couldn't go out anywhere. I think a lot of people fell in love during that time, huh?
But they lasted.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is
Oh,
enough
you're right.
for a
You're
lot
right.
of people. Once the world opened and everybody was back outside, there were more options.
Yeah. You're like, this is fun for now.
Can we talk about her amazing look? Like very Maleficent-like,
Very
dark. and
Which goes with the Joker.
Of course,
Sure,
but this
sure.
is like, this to me, this new era of Lady Gaga, where we get to see her not only as an artist, but also as an actress, and I've always been a little monster. That's her fan base. But now, more than ever, I think she's shining. And I'm so excited to see her performance in this.
Let me just for a second be funny. So Al, listen, I get you're a movie star, you're huge, you wear whatever you want, that's fine. What if you were going like to a ball and your girl's like ready and she just came out with that hat over her face? What would your reaction?
I bet he would like it.
You instantly have a backup lie ready to go.
What do you have?
Oh, I'll just say either
I'm ready
I
to
feel
go,
sick.
honey.
What you do is like you say, excuse me 1 second, then you go, you just stand in the bathroom like 3 minutes, you come back out, you go, I don't know.
What?
I just don't feel
It's a
well.
ball.
We're ready to go though. You keep acting like you want to go. You don't initially say I don't want to go because that'll be obvious. What you do is you act like you have to act madder than they are. It's like when somebody goes, can you help me move? And you're like, man, Tori told me to come over for lunch. Otherwise, I wish I could. I'm going to call
That's
her.
your
All
excuse
because of
against
the
helping
hat?
to move?
Yeah, you have to act like you're more upset than they are, and then that way it won't be obvious that you don't want to go because they look crazy.
So if Jordan was like, I want to be the belle of this ball, and I want to wear said hat.
Go stand
so
in the
I
bathroom.
can be
Karen.
the belle of the ball.
I would say give my ticket to your hat because I'm not going.
Jeff would really say that.
Yeah.
Call me up. I'll go with you, Jordan.
You
with
can't
a
go with that
matching
crazy hat unless you're Lady Gaga.
Unless it's a ball.
You can't.
If it's dinner, I get it. I feel like that's ridiculous.
If you showed up to dinner and
I
we're
would
all going
never.
out and I saw you wearing that hat, I'd be like, out the other door.
I'm not going
And
to
then-
dinner in that hat, but I will go to a ball with Jordan with a matching hat with her.
Now there's two hats? All right, during a press
Wait,
conference.
Jeff, I have a quick question.
Go for it.
If you go with that hat,
Yeah.
what do you do with that hat? Do you wear that hat all night?
All
or
night.
do you just
Did you
go
see
to
to
wear it and then
No.
you place it down?
You have to
No,
wear
you
it all
commit.
night
Thank you,
because your
Erica.
hair is structured
Yeah.
for the hat.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can't
a
even have a conversation.
Yes, you can.
It's
You can
see-through.
see through the lace.
I don't like when people wear sunglasses. If you're wearing that, we are not having a conversation.
Well, she's a dark character. She plays the evil Joker.
All right, enough.
Okay,
All right, during a press conference, Lady Gaga and her Joker 2 co-star Joaquin Phoenix talked about working together on the film. Joaquin said he lost a lot of weight on the film because all of the dancing scenes that took months to perfect, kind of like Dancing with the Stars, right? Same effect. But he's being called out for bringing Gaga, who he called by her given name Stephanie, into the conversation. Let's watch.
And Stephanie also lost a lot of weight.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I remember we were first, I met you and then we did some rehearsals and then you went away for like a month and then you came back and you lost a lot of weight. And it was really impressive and seemed very difficult.
Thank you.
All right, so a lot of people didn't take this the right way. Joaquin Phoenix is a very eccentric guy, right? And I don't think he meant anything malicious by this, but it's so weird where our culture is, where if you are on Dancing with the Stars, you could be like, wow, you lost a lot of weight on Dancing with the Stars, right? You'd be like, yep, I did. But to just say that in a general conversation, people are upset about it? I have a problem with this in my personal life, too, because when someone looks good, I'm like, hey, you look good. Should I have said that?
It's a strange, Erica?
Well, I was more concentrating on her response because her response was catering to his affect.
Yes.
And it's clearly they know each other well. So it was like sometimes you have to look at the response of the person who is affected to kind of make a decision about if it's appropriate or if it's out of bounds or not. Because clearly she's picking up on something that other people aren't picking up on in that exchange. And she was okay with that exchange. She coddled the exchange so that to save him.
Yeah, she protected him. She definitely protected him from a faux pas. I have to say, for a lot of people who are like, why can't I comment? I don't know. Women's bodies have been looked at for so long in societal complex context that mentioning it, I understand, can be tricky, but there's reasons why people are affected because our bodies were often just looked at for weight. Does she look good? Does she not? So we're coming out of that era, and it's a little prickly, you know?
It's a little prickly, but I will say, to your point, but also to Erica's point, I do think that you have to give the person who says it the benefit of the doubt, depending on their malice. There's no malice here
No,
at
I agree.
all.
Oh, yeah.
And
He wasn't like, you were heavy before.
And Joaquin Phoenix is very odd. He's very unfiltered, and he's probably one of the most caring people on the planet. When you hear him talk about children, when you hear him talk about animals, I mean, he has not eaten anything animal product since he was 4 years old when he walked by a window at a slaughterhouse. So this is a child, now adult, who has really deep empathetic feelings. So I think people need to always look at it as a case by case.
It's just hard when
And
you're
so is
trying to
Gaga
have when
eccentric,
you're
like-
trying to have a conversation and go through the history of women with weight loss. It's a real thing, but sometimes you're trying to make conversation. He was trying to lock eyes with her to be like, do you remember we did this thing together?
Yes.
Wasn't that cool? I just hope as we go off the air that when we go forward as people, we just look for the context and the genesis of where somebody's coming from. They might be ham-handed. Not everybody talks for a living. Some people are just trying to say, hey, I love you, sis. Remember we did that crazy thing? And it comes out sloppily. So just cut people a little bit of a break and go after the people that are being rude.
Exactly.
And I didn't know slaughterhouses had windows.
Well, apparently, in his story, he talks about that moment that changed his life. So, yeah.
All right, coming up on DBL. Hey, over here. Look through the window. We're talking with friend of the show, Lou Henner, all about her favorite memories from DBL. And Katy Perry's opening up about her relationship with Orlando Bloom. was happening there?
My back doesn't. My front looks great. Don't see me from the back. You know, like you have a squeam. All of it has to go somewhere, and it went to the back. Don't show the back. Don't show the back. Don't show the back.
All right, let's give her a break. So, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah,
Did it?
we got it.
Nobody got that at first. All right, Katy Perry, thank you. Katy Perry talked about her love language during her appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast. That girl just signed a huge contract, by the way.
I know.
The woman who runs that podcast, not Katy. Katy talked about what her partner Orlando Bloom can do to turn her on. Let's watch.
Someone that won't just help. It's like if I come downstairs and the kitchen is clean and you've done it all and you've done all the dishes and you've closed all the pantry doors, you better be ready to get your I mean, like, literally, that is my love language. I don't need a red Ferrari. I can buy a red Ferrari. Just do dishes. I will you. It's not easy.
All right, so Orlando replied to her interview posting this on Katy's Instagram. I've cleaned the whole house.
Yep. I could not agree with this anymore. My husband is great at picking up what I'm laying down, meaning that, like, I like to have a very organized space, probably more than most people, and I can't work if my space around me is cluttered, because then my mind is cluttered. And and Mark is different. He's very much like Alan Torrey. He's a creative.
They're all over the
and
place.
he's clean, but things are just kind of in spaces everywhere. And, you know, I think over time he's learned if he leaves, you know, some screws out every day, those screws are eventually going in the trash.
They're going in the trash.
They're gone.
Very specific.
Totally. So I am Mark.
Yes, you
and
are.
Anthony
Yep,
is you.
me. Yep.
Really?
Because yes. I, especially the busier I am, which has been very busy, especially over the past few years, the worse, like, I can't organize my space.
Can you tell the bin story? Because I remember I was on his side, and I had to tell you I was on his side.
bin story.
The bins of your shirts.
Oh.
And I was on, remember, Anthony's side. I was like, well, Erica, and Erica was venting to me.
Yeah.
And I had to tell you.
Because I create the live events, and so a lot of that stuff has to go back home with me, and then we have to put it in our storage unit. So I had unloaded everything out into the garage, and it was stacked up, and it was very neat. And all of the bins they're color coordinated, like it's not anything, you know, wrong. Anthony came home and he started going into the garage, bringing every single bin in, slamming it on the ground in front of the stairs in the basement. And then he took it downstairs, and I was like, just hold on, I will help you. And he took it downstairs, and I just hear my stuff going, douche, douche. And I'm like, will you stop throwing my stuff? And he's like, well, how much longer is it gonna be in the garage? And it wasn't. You should have been on my side, because my car was in the garage. His car wasn't even in the garage. Why are you in the garage? He was only in the garage because he knew my stuff was in the garage, and it was bothering him that my stuff was stacked up in the garage, and now all of a sudden on a Saturday morning, he has to move everything and throw all of my crap all over the place.
He was like, if she's not going to move it, I'm going to move it. Days have gone by. So I told Erica, listen, you and Anthony are much like Mark and I. I'm just the Anthony, Mark's the you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I heard Erica and Mark on the phone one day, and I'm like, oh my God, they are too much alike.
I do understand him.
I do think it's an acts of service thing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a love language. I like acts of service. You just bring me a coffee. That's better than some people like gifts. I don't need all that stuff. I just want acts of service.
Me too.
So that's what
acts
mine
of
is.
service.
Yeah.
Are you an acts of service person?
I wasn't listening. I'm just going. Yeah,
He's
sure.
not an acts of service.
I bet he is.
No, I mean to me. You wouldn't
What do you
listen.
mean? We're out of time, but what do you say?
Like you clean up, or you do something small, like very little, but it's something that you put in work.
Like
to
you
do.
you make Jordan her coffee instead
or you make
of
the
like
bed, or,
yeah.
See what
We'll be
you're
right
doing? You understand? Go to sleep.
Welcome back. We've had a few guest hosts over the years, but our most memorable would have had to been the great Mary Lou Henner. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it for her final DBL appearance. Check it out.
Mary Lou, welcome back.
Oh my gosh, you all look so gorgeous. You look incredible, all of you. You've just even gotten more gorgeous and more beautiful and more handsome. And I miss you all so much, and I can't believe that I'm not going to be able to come and visit you either in Denver or this way.
Mary Lou, it's so good to see you. Since we last hung out, though, you've been very busy. You've been in several movies, plays. You just got back from London and Istanbul. What were you doing over there? Talk to us.
Okay, so I did, since I saw you, I've done not only 2 movies, 2 Aurora Teagarden, Aurora Teagarden mystery movies that are going to be on Hallmark Plus, and starting in October, 2 of them. I'm so excited. You can see the original one, the first of the Aurora Teagarden, Something New, so on Hallmark Plus right now. But also, I've done 3 plays. I did 1 in Bucks County, and I did 1 in New York City, and then I went to London to do a 3rd play with all my friends, Caroline Aaron, Brooke Adams, Melanie Mayron. It's called Mad Women of the West. We had done it in LA, we did it in New York, and now we just did it in London. And then I went to Istanbul with my husband to have a little romantic thing, because we didn't really get to see each other very much over the last 4 months. And so it's like the 3rd theory of marriage. You have to have vision and heat.
So Mary Lou, it's been great knowing you over the last couple of years. What is your favorite memory of DBL, and do you remember the day of it?
Ooh.
Oh, first of all, I loved the whole week that I did with all those friends of mine. Yeah. Oh, and I also remember, like, everything's flooding into my head now. When I was there in September of 2022, and I had Martin Short, Jim Brooks, Jimmy Burrows, Phil Rosenthal, and Mark Cuban. Those were our guests that week, and that was so fantastic. It was incredible being able to have all of them, and just you guys, just being part of the team. Just knowing that these wonderful people that have different opinions can sit down and hang out and express themselves and give each other the space to really talk. So I'm getting teary-eyed. I mean, when I heard that this was happening, I got so emotional, and I'm on my way to Denver to do something with a whole hospice organization, and I'm going to be there. So I called and I said, hey, I'm going to be in Denver. Maybe I can pop in and get quotes. And then they said that you were closing.
Well, listen, Mary Lou, not only have you been just an incredible guest and friend to all of us, I mean, your family, but, we've learned a lot from you in this industry. And if you could give us any type of advice, I know that, you've had such an incredible career, you continue to have an incredible career, and you've been on shows that have been canceled. So please give us some advice.
Well, when we got word that Taxi was canceled, they called me. I was at a Pilates class, and I said, it was May the 6th of 1982. Anyway, so they called and they said, we've been canceled, honey. And it was like, okay, where is it? Where's the wake? And we all went to Tony Danza's. We had this little wake, and we all stayed up all night and everything else. And then the show was picked up for another season. So never say never. Never think something is completely dead. Never feel like something is completely over. And we're all still close to this day. So the people that you pick up along the way, it's such a roller coaster ride, this business. And it's so rare that you get to connect with a group of people that you love as much as I know you all love each other, and I love you, and I love my Taxi guys. It's so rare. So you just cherish everything, and it's plan B. The key to your life is how well you deal with plan B. So if you can move on to plan B and make adjustments, and you never really lose the people that you love. You might lose the situation, but you never really lose the people that you love.
Listen, we absolutely love you and adore you and admire you. Thank you for everything. DBL Nation, see Mary Lou on Hallmark Plus this October in the new Aurora Teagarden mystery movies, A Lesson in Murder and Death at the Diner. And Mary Lou's going to be in Denver this month speaking at the National Hospice Foundation Annual Leadership Conference on September 7th.
Awesome. Bless you for doing that.
Thank you again, Mary Lou. We love you.
You're the best. Thank you.
I love you.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Steph, what do you have for us today? Because I want to shop.
First up, we've got the Sharper Image by Vornado Whole Room Swivel Fan Refresh 6. It has 3 airflow settings, a 360-degree swivel base, and a 45-degree tilt to direct air. Plus, the different levels of air provide adjustable levels of white noise. We have seen this priced as high as $60. We have got this for $24.99. That is saving 58%. Up next, we have the Hypergear True Wireless Stereo Earbuds. These are made with a water and sweat-resistant material, and there are 5 colors to choose from. They provide up to 5 hours of playback off a single charge and an additional 10 hours from the charging storage case.
Hello.
It's a doorbuster deal, 3 max per customer.
That means it's a good price, y'all.
This has been priced up to $40. We have got these for just $10. That is saving 75%. Check this out.
Whoa.
We've got the Dash 3.5 quart compact stand mixer.
Cute.
It's super lightweight. It's only £5. But it comes with all of the features that you would expect from bigger mixers. We've got a limit, 3 per customer.
So this is another one, guys.
We've seen this usually priced as high as $100.
I mean, that's not even bad for that, I feel like.
We have got it for $25. That is saving 75%. Our last product is the Solite Surrey Collection 3-piece hard side luggage set. These suitcases are durable, they're strong, but they are still really lightweight and easy to maneuver because they have got spinner wheels for easy glide.
I love that.
Normally this is $900. We have got this set for $139.99. That is saving 84%.
Y'all, that is such a savings. For that set, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Or see that QR code? It's right on your screen. That will take you directly to all these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
The government. We were yelling about something else during the break.
We sound so old.
What's going on with property taxes?
I know.
Hi.
I know, and that sounds like a privileged conversation because
Yes.
thank gosh we have homes. But yeah, I can't afford my home
I don't care if
anymore.
it's privilege. It sucks. See you later.
That sounds like a privileged conversation.